Note that all automatic relations can be manually applied as well. For example, if I want to make this angled line vertical, I can select it and click the vertical relation from the Property Manager under Add Relations. Note that the relations listed in the Add Relations panel depend on the type of sketch entity selected. So if I select a circle instead, I only have the fixed option available. And if I Control select a circle and a line, the tangent relation becomes available. Control selecting multiple lines expands the relations that can be applied even more. I'll go ahead and apply a collinear relation for this example. You can also apply relations from the pop-up menu when an existing entity is selected. Though if you're new to SOLIDWORKS, it's good practice to apply relations from the Property Manager because the relation name is displayed, helping you to become more familiar with the various relation types. Yet another method used to apply sketch relations is the Add Relations tool. I'll activate the tool from the associated dropdown in the Sketch Command Manager. Once active, clicking on individual entities adds them to the Selected Entities field. And the relations that can be applied to the selected entities are listed in the Add Relations panel, just as we saw earlier. When I apply a relation, it's then listed in the Existing Relations field. The Add Relations tool is pinned by default, so I can add as many relations as needed without having to reactivate the command. And if I need to remove any selected entity, I can select it in the related field, right-click, and select Delete. Clicking Clear Selections removes all the selected entities. I can also reselect any entity from the graphics area to remove it. Next, I'll click OK to exit the tool and show you a quicker method for deleting relations. When a relation is selected in the graphics area, you can simply press the Delete key to remove it. This is my preferred method. You'll find that the Delete key works for many of the features in geometry in SOLIDWORKS. Now remember how double-clicking on a relation icon opened the Display Delete Relations tool? You can also activate the tool from the Sketch Command Manager. Once active, you can review or delete all the relations that exist in a sketch. The drop-down at the top also allows you to filter specific types of relations. You'll learn more about the different types of relations throughout this course. At the beginning of the previous lesson, I toggled the sketch relation visibility on so we could actually see the relations as they were created. Keeping sketch relations visible can often be a great help when sketching, but sometimes your sketch can get so jumbled with relations that it's hard to even see. When this happens, hiding sketch relations may be a better solution. And when using the Display Delete Relations command, any existing relations will display regardless of their visibility. Lastly, I'd like to delete some of the sketch entities I've created up to this point, so I'll use this opportunity to show you a few selection methods. Now I could Control select the geometry I want to remove, and then press the Delete key, but this can be problematic, especially if there are several items that need to be selected. The preferred method for selecting multiple items is the Window Selection method. I can window select geometry in two ways. If I click and drag a window to the left, any geometry intersecting the window is selected. This is called a cross selection and displays in green with a dotted border. And if I click and drag a window to the right, only geometry within the window is selected. This is called a box selection and displays in blue with a solid border. Now a third type of selection, introduced in 2014, is the lasso selection method. Right-click a blank spot in the graphics area and choose Lasso Selection to switch from box selection. Now I can use my cursor to draw around entities I want to select. And similar to window selection, a clockwise selection highlights geometry within the area, and a counterclockwise selection highlights geometry intersecting the area. I'll go ahead and exit this sketch from the confirmation corner to finish. Now, if I wanted to delete all the geometry in a given sketch, I can simply right-click it in the Feature Manager and select Delete. I'm then prompted to confirm my deletion. Everything looks as I want, so I'll go ahead and click OK to complete it. In the next lesson, you'll learn how to define your sketches even further using